Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Oh my goodness, what's up, buddy?
I don't know.
You're here for a big day, aren't you?
Kind of. I was. Yeah. Yesterday. Last night. I'm sure. We're in the meeting sometimes.
Downtown.
Not a problem. A lot of people in this block.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to get started shortly, but just want to do a check for public comment. For those who are joining us here in person, thank you so much for being here. If you would like to provide public comment in person, there are comment cards in the back of the room, and you can fill those out and bring it up front. And then I'm going to go through the hands raised on the Zoom platform really quickly, just so we can get organized before we start public comment. Good morning, Audit LA. Do you have general public comment or comment on our agenda items? You can go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Hello, good morning. Audit. We're gonna try the next person, make sure our sound is working. Gigi, good morning. Do you have general public comment or comment on our agenda items?
I can't hear you. No one on Zoom can hear you. You're
Okay.
good on YouTube, but we cannot hear
Okay.
anything on Zoom. But I
Thank
think
you.
that
We'll
you're
do an
asking if I
audio
want to
test.
speak. I want general.
Okay. Why isn't the audio working? This needs to be. Testing, audio test. If you could let us. Okay, good morning, everyone. Again, sorry about that for those joining us on the Zoom platform. Hopefully our audio is fixed. I'm going to go through one more time. Audit LA, good morning. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
Good morning. Yes, I would like general public comment and all items, please.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And Gigi, general public comment or any agenda items?
General minutes and number 1, please.
Thank you. Caller, Children's Voices Matter. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
General public comment, please.
Great, thank you. Caller, Jill, good morning. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
Just general.
Thank you. Lara, do you have general public comment or any agenda item comment?
General public comment, please.
Thank you. Sandra, good morning. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
General public, please. Thank you.
Thank you. And Yvonne, good morning, Yvonne. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our items?
Yes, general comment and comments on minutes number 4 and 5.
Thank you. And I see our last hand raised on the Zoom platform is Georgina. Good morning, Georgina. Do you have any general public comment or comment on any of our items?
I have general public comment, agenda items comment, and I'd like to comment on the minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. We were having some technical difficulties, but let me put us in record mode, President King, and we can go ahead and get started.
All right, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Monday, September 29th, 2025. Ms. Zatorsky, please take roll and establish quorum.
Great. Good morning. We are joined today by President Kang, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas, and we have a quorum. We're also joined by our City Attorney Representative, Mr. Thomas Costello, and I'm Devin Zatorsky with the Board of Public Works. We have general public comment and multiple agenda comment only on the Zoom platform today.
Thank you very much. We will get started with general public comment. which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do not have any in-person speaker cards, and we will transition to our virtual platform.
Great. Caller, Audit LA, we'll start with you. You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Good morning. I just want to come back and bring up the same concern about this Faith and Fair event that's going to be held in the next few weeks. It's something that Scientology put on, and they would have it at Celebrity Center, but I guess this year they're having another church have it at their location, but they are still the ones hosting it. You could tell very much that it's still their program, and I don't know if they're trying to skirt behind all the issues that we're bringing up and try to deflect from, what any requirements the city may be having on them right now. But I would like it looked into because they cannot do that. And it's because of the same concerns, slave wages. They need to pay their people prevailing wages. There's no exceptions, religious exceptions on the street. And just all the different alleged abuses, the different court cases that are happening for human trafficking and all kinds, and RICO and abuses and stuff. So if they're trying to hide it, it needs to stop. There needs to just be a moratorium on all their permits.
Thank you, caller.
And
That's 1 minute.
thank you, until it's resolved.
Our next caller is Gigi. Gigi, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. So I know I can't get a response, so this question's like rhetorical, I guess, or whatever the word would be. But I wonder if you guys had seen the clips yet about how they were working on the sidewalk the other day. I wonder if you noticed the same things that I did, where, you guys probably know more about this than I do, but I don't think that it's the right way to repair a sidewalk by just grinding down a place where the water has risen up the part of the sidewalk. I don't think the proper way to fix it is to just take a little grinder and you're on your hands and knees and you're just grinding away trying to make it, smoother or something, and then you spray water on it. Well, this grinder is plugged in and there's like 5 electrical cords, that are powering it, and I don't know this stuff, but that doesn't look safe. And aren't they supposed to get paid more than $47 a week if they're working on the sidewalk? I know that they're supposed to maintain it because it's in front of their building, but don't they have to follow the law
Thank you,
and get
caller.
paid?
That's 1 minute. Our next caller is caller Children's Voices Matter. You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Greetings. I wanted to finish the list of children that Scientology failed. Andrea Russo Giannetti, Danielle Chamberlain, Kim McNeil, Elton Garcia, rest in peace, Jeremy Kasovitz, rest in peace, Hal Greer, Rachel Wilkinson, rest in peace, Robert Wesley Clark, Jenny Strom, Sanafu Sally, Brighton Ghost, rest in peace, Aaron Francis, Zarathustra Brady, Adelita Alvarez, Glenn Eltringham, rest in peace, Adam Hebelwhite, rest in peace, Devin Royce, rest in peace, Jonathan Ramsey, rest in peace, Jet Travolta, rest in peace, Sarah Prefontaine, rest in peace, Cyril Chickett, James Oscar, Tom Devat. Thank you for hearing me. I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Jill. Jill, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Greetings, child trafficking and human trafficking enablers. The reason why I call that to you and say that you are enablers is that I still see the repairs that weren't supposed to have been going on by slave labor. I still see that you haven't revoked permits. I still see the bricks haven't been torn up and fixed and maybe make a memorial for the children that laid the bricks, nor have I seen you do anything about changing the name of the street and putting parking back on the street, nor have I seen you done any kind of enforcement of preventing child slavery and human trafficking and the slavery that is done on those streets illegally without prevailing wages. Bye.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Lara, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
I just want to make sure you can actually hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, great. So I'm calling about the permits that are constantly given to Scientology. And I think it's been about a year. We've been personally calling into Public Works regarding the recruitment tactics they use for the permits, and that it has nothing to do with the actual neighborhood or city, bringing the city together, and that it's really just a recruitment tactic and a PR campaign to make Scientology look good and cover up the crimes that they're actually doing. This is a serious thing. Public Works, I sent you guys a video catching the people, the Sea Org members, indentured slaves, working on the sidewalk. I sent you guys the video. You know what they did? They got YouTube to delete and erase that video over a fake privacy complaint. Do you know how that right there is covering up the crimes that we are trying to expose to you guys about the permits, about the sidewalks, the indentured slave abuse? This is, I'm gonna send the video physically so you guys have it, but this is what we're trying to get your help with.
Our next caller is Sandra. Sandra, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. Okay, back to what Lara just spoke about. The man who was working on the street that she videotaped. No PPE, no caution signs, cables lying all over the sidewalk that could have tripped up pedestrians, water running. So grinder, concrete, no permit to fix it, no qualified people, no insurance to cover it. I work with architects and people in the construction industry, and I know what's expected. And I think this city needs to step up and take back the street. Take back the street. Stop giving Scientology a free-for-all. I don't know who's got you in their pockets, but this is getting ridiculous. You need to do something. And City Attorney, what the hell are you doing? I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Yvonne. Yvonne, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. 320 North Vermont fire was a 5-alarm fire in a building that is L. Ron Hubbard College of Administration. This building is an example of why every single Scientology building, regardless of what it's affiliated with, should be yellow tagged and thoroughly inspected. Do not allow anyone to sleep overnight in any of their buildings. They do electrical work and other maintenance work without proper licenses. You know it, we know it. It's a danger to the individuals in those buildings. It's a danger to the neighborhood, and it can cause a cascade of failures within the public works systems, sewage systems, electrical systems, water systems, and so forth. This is a dereliction of duty by the Department of Public Works. You need to red tag or yellow tag these buildings and get about the business.
1 minute. Our next caller is Georgina. Georgina, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. Thank you. I'm outraged that they caused all this damage to the sidewalk, weren't fined for it. It was never repaired. Then finally they went out themselves to try to fix this with their slave labor. Since when is it permissible for an individual organization to be doing construction on public property, public sidewalks? Why are they doing a half-assed repair job on that sidewalk instead of having it fixed properly? And then the fact that they're using their slave labor force that doesn't even make $47 a week. I know we keep saying $47 a week. That's the few privileged that get that much. Most of them never see that much or rarely see that much. That sidewalk and that street need to remain open for the public. It needs to be accessible to everyone in the neighborhood, but especially needs to be remain open so that slave labor has an opportunity to escape if they need to. There's been people that have been kidnapped and brought back. Thank you.
All right, President Kagan, that is the end of our public comment for general public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wish to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period, up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we will transition to our virtual platform.
Great. Audit LA, you will have 3 minutes. Please let us know which items you're speaking on.
I would like to do minutes one, and the last two, I think it's 4 and 5. I want to start off with the minutes. I want to acknowledge, I do understand that the Brown Act does not require the more detailed minutes. It has very bare bone requirements, and I do acknowledge that. But I don't think it's prudent. It's not good. When I used to be the secretary of a council, I always, I know you don't want too much information. It's not good either. But it's better to have somewhere in between and a basic, okay? Like, because it really is a historical archive and a historical account of what is going on. And public, and especially like when it comes to the public comment, it's really a good idea to know what's on the minds and hearts of the community. And, like today, you heard, the list of children who were failed by Scientology. I don't know if you felt shocked or surprised to hear Jet Travolta. But that will not be on the minutes, I'm sure. And yes, he was failed because, and he was considered a degraded being and had to heal himself through auditing. And so his parents probably were not able to really get the right help because they don't acknowledge that disability is just that, a disability. But we're also all these other concerns that are not being brought up, and it should be. Even if you don't mention names or entities, there could just be a little bit more explanation. Whether it's you're talking about, you could just say about our parents. It's something that gives a historical context. For number one, we're talking about dealing with streets and metros. We've been saying for a long time as well that it's beyond that one location. There's other locations where the metro and streets and access are very important. This is one of the biggest things is access to the metro, right? Whether it's the streets, and here we have a street that is being pretend closed and it's not. Not the one in the agenda, but there's other ones where it's just like L. Ron Hubbard White, it's a pretend street closure. That's right, they're almost directly linked to a metro. So I'm asking you to, beyond this one place, expand and really look to make sure all the streets are accessible to the metros. Then the last two, the contract. Well, the one is for, I see they getting the contract, the lowest bidder for sidewalk repair. And I understand you have to take the lowest qualified bidder. But at the same time, there's always this, so many times they come back for more money. So I hope you do your due diligence. I do hear you guys asking a lot of questions, more than any board previously. So I salute you for that and I appreciate it. But going forward, we got to really hold them, because with the budget, is what it is. You have to hold them to their promises, to their bids. And sidewalks, it seems like though it's getting the lowest amount of money thrown at it.
Thank you,
It
caller.
seems.
That's
Thank
time.
you.
Our next caller is Gigi. Gigi, you'll have 2 minutes for the items you requested.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with the minutes and then I'll go to number one. With the minutes, I don't have an issue with most of the minutes. I have an issue with the public comment. All you say every single meeting is public comment has been received. So while today's meeting, people from the public talked about L. Ron Hubbard Way and the permits and the sidewalks and an interfaith event that's going on. People listed off names of children that were victims of Scientology. None of this will be reflected at all in the minutes. None of it. None of what people have been saying since I've been talking for a year. None of that has ever been reflected. When are you going to finally put something in the public comment section of the minutes? As far as number one, my only thing about that, I noticed it says that the closures are going to start October 6th to sometime in December. Okay. It's pretty close to October 6th. Like, why isn't there more of a heads up that there's going to be all these closures in like a week? But that's my only thing. I yield my time.
Thank you, caller. Caller Yvonne, you'll have 3 minutes for the items you would like to comment on.
Thank you. I'm going to start with the number 4, Geronimo, the bid for $2,074,393 and 2 bits. Now, whoever did that pricing, I want them to be rewarded with the Oklahoma award, because and 2 bits made me smile. Let's hold them to that price. They're very precise. And when it's completed, I want everybody to say and 2 bits on that contract. Thank you for seeing to it that the sidewalks are getting worked on. Number 5, the emergency sewer repairs, of course. Now, of course, this bid is $25 million, but if sewers aren't working, we have a major problem in a city. So that's real public works. Sewers, sidewalks, streets, keeping things not burning down, that's the business of public works. Building the additional $3 billion debt-funded convention center, that's not public works, that's wild speculation. Please pay attention to public works. Please guide the city council and the mayor to focus on public works, real public works. Thank you. Now, the minutes. When you write an email, you have the subject title regarding. Public comments was received regarding L. Ron Hubbard Way labor abuses, L. Ron Hubbard Way excessive permits, L. Ron Hubbard Way blocking sidewalks without permits, Fountain Avenue, the sidewalks. It doesn't have to be in great details. Just give a caption, not just for us that are focused on a particular block in a particular area, but for anybody that communicates with the board. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Georgina. Georgina, you will have up to 3 minutes for multiple item commentary.
Thank you. I want to start with the minutes. Every major city, it seems like, in the U.S. has a better system than you. California is one of the biggest economies in the world, and we have the worst crappy system for archiving our records for the minutes. The public speaking, the public comments should be available to people. It is in other cities. In Sacramento, in Clearwater, in New York, and in Seattle, they all use Granicus. Well, LA has Granicus. Prime.gov2 was bought by LA. Then was that company, was sold to Granicus. Granicus is what Clearwater, Seattle, New York, and Sacramento use. You can go back 20 years within that system. Click on a link, find a video, find the name, find the comment made. Why don't we have something like that? You can go to any of their agendas, click on the minutes, and from there, find out what the public comments were. Our public comments are being ignored and whitewashed, and I think it needs to be included in the minutes. It's important. I yield back my time. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. I see we have the hand raised. Goat Puppet. Goat Puppet, we've closed general public comment, but would you like to comment on multiple agenda items? Caller Goat Puppet, you can unmute yourself. If not, we'll move on to the next caller. Please let
That's
us know
right.
which items you're commenting on.
Well, we'll take all the goddamn items and the no good public comment. Can you hear me, humans?
We can hear you. Please let us know which items you're commenting on for multiple agenda item commentary.
Nice. All right, I'll turn it over to my assistant. He said all items and general comment.
Go ahead. General comment is closed. You can comment on multiple agenda items.
What? What the hell happened to the general public comment? Is that what you're going to do there, Mr. Grant? We talked about this before. I told you the State Bar and the feds are looking at these meetings. All right. So you have the convention center, but you have too many homeless criminals and thieves. Every time you do a cleanup, they come right back the next day. You went out recently to 8th Street and Rampart between 8th and 7th Street. You did an intensive cleanup on Saturday. Saturday night, I audited the cleanup. They are already back blocking the alley where they have started 19 fires this year behind the Stratford Hotel. And they're back on Rampart where they have started 29 fires since 2024. Why can't you get these homeless criminals off these streets? They are setting fires. They are selling drugs. They are taking fentanyl, and they're right behind a pocket park, and they're within 500 yards of a school, and they're within 200 yards of a senior daycare center. Why? Why, Commissioner Grant? Why? You guys visited our area and had a field meeting. Why? And then over on Hoover and Carondelet, we have a man living in the planter, in the tree planter, in the cactus, ready to set another fire. And then we have across from the Salvation Army on Hoover and San Marino Street, a large drug tent where they repair cars on the side and traffic women. Let's give you guys a hand. So how the hell are you going to do a convention center project? How are you going to host the Olympics? And how are you going to get anybody to pay anything to come here for a goddamn convention? Nobody is going to book a goddamn convention looking at all of this shit. You can't even go to your car without a broken window because they break the back window of the car. You know why, Commissioner Grant? No, why? Because most cars don't have a motion sensor. They don't have an audio sensor. They have a motion sensor.
That's time.
So the
All right, our next hand raised is Sandra. Sandra, can you please let us know which items you would like to comment on?
I just would like to comment on the minutes, if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to reiterate what Audit is saying, we come here for a year now, and you've got the city attorney sitting there listening to all the crimes that we're addressing in regards to Scientology. We've got you guys listening to it, and there's no documentation of all these incidents that we're talking about. I'm glad now that President Kang has had a meeting with Audit and Lara, and it has opened his ears and eyes and is willing to start to look into it. But it's been a year, and I just think that these should be documented. Like Yvonne said, short form what was addressed. I don't understand why you can't. It's a simple admin task. And at least you have YouTube video records that we can access in order to, show what we had discussed, but you should have something official. And that's the only thing I wanted to say. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, caller. All right, President Kagan, that is the end of our hands raised on the Zoom platform.
Thank you very much. With that, excuse me. With that, we will close multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, September 17, 2025. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
So moved. Second.
First by President Pro Tem Grant, seconded by Commissioner Cardenas.
Great, we'll take the roll call starting with you, President Kagan.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. And Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
All ayes, the minutes are approved.
Thank you very much. Moving forward with our agenda, item number 1 from the Bureau of Engineering in Council Districts 8 and 15, temporary street closures, Metro's I-105 Express Lanes project.
Okay, yeah, good morning. My name is Kitty Sue from Metro Transit Division, Bureau of Engineering. This Metro I-105 Express Lane project includes the conversion of the existing carpool lane into 2 Metro Express lane in each direction. The construction on this segment 1 from Sabovada Boulevard to Central Avenue start in early 2025. The segment 1 is one of the Metro's 28 project by 2028 for the LA 28 games. Metro contractor Flatiron Myers, a joint venture, is requesting likely full street closure for work associated with the freeway widening. The contractor have obtained the construction noise variance permit for the night tours from the police department. The closure will be on weeknights from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. from October 6 to December 12, which is the mitigation effort to minimize the construction impact to the communities. The 5 city street closure include Hoover Street, Main Street, San Pedro Street, Avalon Boulevard, Stanford Avenue along the I-105 freeway, adjacent to the I-110 junction. For community outreach, Metro has distributed bilingual public flyers in both English and Spanish to provide advanced construction notice in the South Los Angeles neighborhoods. Metro has the construction relation program and conduct both in-person and virtual meetings to the communities affected by the closures. The effort will continue throughout the construction. Both Council District number 8 and 15 were informed and support for this closure. This board report is for the short-term full closure. The closure is up to 2 weeks per street, and no 2 streets will have full closure at the same time. The construction activities for this board report including demolishing the existing bridge overhang and setting up for K-rail for the traffic control. Additional street closure associated with future works will be presented to the board once the long-term traffic control plans are approved by the Department of Transportation. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? All right, seeing none, is there a first and a second? First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by Commissioner Cardenas.
Great. We will take the roll call starting with you, President Kay.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. And Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
Great. All ayes. The item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Thank you very much. Moving forward to item number 2 for Council District 11, construction budget and construction orders and change orders, Tomovich and Associates.
Good morning. Willis Huffman, Bureau of Engineering, Wastewater Conveyance Construction Division.
Can you speak into the mic, please? Yes.
Good morning. Willis Huffman, Bureau of Engineering, Wastewater Conveyance Construction Division. So this board report requests authorizing and issuing construction orders to Tomovich and Associates in the amount of $488,676, including contingency under the sewers contract. LA San sent a work request for BOE to remove and replace about 120 about 120 feet of the existing 8-inch pipe constructed in the 1940s. That request was submitted January 10th, 2025. The existing pipe has a void 2 feet downstream of the upstream maintenance hole and a broken pipe section about 5 feet downstream of the upstream maintenance hole. The pipe is located on 83rd Street and Lincoln Boulevard it's actually located on 83rd Street between Lincoln and Campion Drive in Council District 11. The downstream maintenance hole is also located on Lincoln Boulevard, which require a Caltrans permit, and the work will be performed at night due to the traffic conditions. There are 3 pre-qualified contractors on the sewers contract. However, Tomovich and Associates was the only contractor to submit a bid. Matthew and Stewart did not submit a bid, and M&R Construction declined to work. Tomovich and Associates accepted to perform this work in the amount of $424,936. There's no impact to the general fund, and that concludes my oral report, Is there any questions?
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments on item number 2? All right, seeing none, is there a first and a second?
Second.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Great, we'll take the roll call starting with you, President Kagan,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
Great, all ayes, the item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Thank you very much. Moving forward to item number 3 from the Bureau of Street Services in Council District 1 related to the tree removal at 4504 East Jessica Drive.
Good morning, Honorable Board of Public Works. Brian Ramirez with the Streets LA, bringing before you a request for this board to approve a fee permit for the removal of 3 protected Southern California black walnut trees for the construction of a single-family dwelling that is relative to a planning approval. The property owner is proposing to build a new 2,789 square foot single-family dwelling at 4504 East Jessica Drive. The project is in the Mount Washington specific plan in Council District 1, and it was previously approved by the City Planning Department. The property owner's representative acquired the services of a tree expert to provide an assessment and gathered all the findings within one of the transmittals in the protected tree report. A Streets LA arborist then reviewed the report, went on site to perform an on-site inspection, and verified that there were 5 protected trees on site, of which 3 would require removal for this development to take place. These 3 trees are of species Southern California black walnut. They're in poor to fair condition, and they measure approximately 9 to 10 inches in cumulative diameter by 12 to 17 feet in height. 2 of these trees require removal as they're directly in the footprint of the proposed driveway and entrance. It's a property that slopes uphill. And then there's the third walnut number 8, requires removal due to the grading for a retaining wall in the rear of that property. As for the conditions, if this board approves, the applicant shall plant 12 24-inch box size or largest available container black walnut trees to replace. The survival of these walnut trees will be guaranteed for a period of 3 years by bond, and the applicant's tree expert shall be on site the day of the removals and the replacements. As for the California Environmental Quality Act for this project, the Department of City Planning prepared and adopted a categorical exemption for the project and determined that it is categorically exempt under Section 15303, Class 3, and there was no substantial evidence that the proposed project was to have any significant effect on the environment. As for the notifications, the Streets LA did inform the First Council District of the proposed removals. The removal details were also made publicly available in the Streets LA website back in March 2025, and the council office was to notify if there were any objections. There have been no objections raised for this project. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to take any questions you all may have.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Commissioner Cardenas.
Yes, thank you for that report. What's the lot size that they were able to plant 12 trees on the property?
Yeah, the lot size, it's a vacant lot. I have the plans here. In the specific plan that I brought up, I'd have to pull up the transmittals virtually here, Commissioner, but if given a moment, I could definitely pull them up.
Sure.
Or let me see here. And I know that the representative was also online listening in on the meeting here. He couldn't attend in person to address it. with that comment, Commissioner, I'll definitely make sure to note those details in future reports.
Want to make sure they're not planting them on top of each other.
Yeah. As far as the planting, the spacing, that's one of the big issues that we look at. These walnut trees grow, the approximate canopy space of these is about 10, 12. They can get as big as 25 feet. But I do want to mention that taking into account previous hearings that we've had here, we did scrutinize these plans, ensuring that we get enough space between them. The projected canopy of these trees is not as large as something like an oak tree, a valley oak, but rather walnuts or some of the smaller protected trees that we have here.
Sona?
Yes. So
I see you have your hand raised. If you can help answer Commissioner Cardenas's question. Sona, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Sona. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the presentation. I just wanted to come in with some information. The lot size is 6,221. The new house is going to be multi-story, so it's almost covering half of the lot. So the rear of the lot that has no building on it, that's where it's going to be. The trees will be planted.
6,200.
You just got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just want to make sure that it was properly spaced.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any other questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
Second.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Cardenas.
Great. We'll take the roll call starting with you, President King,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez,
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
All ayes. The item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you very much. Moving forward to item number 4, which is a joint report for contract award, Geronimo Concrete Incorporated.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioner. My name is David. Good morning, Commissioner and Board of Public Works. My name is David Nguyen, and I am a civil engineer for the BOE Sidewalk Repair Program. I am here with my senior civil engineer, Mr. Richard Liu. The Bureau is requesting authority to award Sidewalk Repair Program Package Number 77 to Geronimo Concrete, Inc., who was the lowest responsible contractor for the contract amount of $2,074,393.25 and related recommendations. Just to give you a little background and context, this project is being delivered by the Sidewalk Repair Program, SRP. The delivery method for this project is design, bid, build. The project includes sidewalk repair and accessibility upgrades of pedestrian facilities at 26 access request sites. The access request subprogram makes repair requests for people with mobility disability who encounter physical barriers such as broken sidewalk, missing and broken curb ramps, and other barriers in the city of Los Angeles right-of-way. The total square footage of concrete is about approximately 35,000. The contract duration is 305 calendar days. On May 21st, 2025, 3 bids were received, and Geronimo Concrete deemed the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. This project will be funded via the Road Maintenance Rehab Program, Special Funds, and Sidewalk Repair Funds. This concludes my reports. We are open for questions.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments related to item number 4?
Just a quick question.
Commissioner Cardenas.
Yes. Did you mention when the project is estimated to start construction? The start time or start date, rather?
The start date, we anticipate to start constructions. This project is actually a little bit ahead of schedule. So originally, we were anticipated to start around January. So this one could be, as soon as the board approves, we can issue the NTP.
And the notices to the public and the potentially affected residences that will be starting, what type of outreach is going out to the residences to let them know of the upcoming project and potential disruptions?
Right. So within our as-built document, the general requirements, we specify to the general contractor to issue a 10 days notice to the affected residents and adjacents. Hey, the work is going to be commenced in approximately 10 days. And that's how we facilitate to work with the local community to make sure that they are aware of what's going on.
So standard practice is 10 days?
Correct.
Working days or calendar days?
Calendars.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you for your report. Notice that the summary bids was received on May 21st, 2025. In the future, when you do these reports, I had previously asked for the dates that the bids went through your internal process with regard to project review, as well as any other, for instance, BCA, so that we can make sure that we're receiving these in a timely fashion. I know it takes some time to do the evaluations and get those through the process before you come to the board. I also note that in the past, and where I know you're working on it with regard to the template, the project report template, but with regard to access requests, I would like to see the locations as to the date of the original access request was made, and then we'll note with regard to when we're delivering the actual product as a result of those requests. And with regard to the latter, I know you're working on that template, so I appreciate receiving that in the future. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So starting from Package 7582 coming up, we will incorporate all of those into this.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
So moved.
First by Commissioner Cartnett, seconded by Commissioner Mitchell.
Great, we'll take the roll call starting with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez. Aye. President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. And Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
All ayes, the item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Thank you very much. Moving forward with our final item, number 5, contract award to Spinello Infrastructure West.
Good morning. My name is Alyssa Reyes, Project Manager with Bureau of Engineering, Wastewater Conveyance Engineering Division. I'll be speaking on item 5 for the Central Business District Sewer Rehabilitation Units 5 and 6 project. So today we're requesting the board to award Spinello Infrastructure West Incorporated a contract for the CBD Sewer Rehabilitation Unit 5, Wisconsin Street to Danger Avenue, and the CBD Sewer Rehabilitation Unit 6, Danger Avenue to Van Ness Avenue project for $24,456,736. For some background, the project consists of 2 separate sewer alignments under individual work orders for CBD Unit 5 and CBD Unit 6. They are both located in Council District 8. And given its close proximity to the LA Coliseum, it should also be noted that the project is slated to complete construction in October 2027. This is before the start of the 2028 Olympics. And the deteriorated sewer itself is 120 years old, and it does require rehabilitation. The CBD Unit 5 sewer requires the repair of approximately 1,882 linear feet of 44-inch and 1,081 linear feet of a 45-inch circular double brick lined sewer. This is through the ultraviolet cured in place pipe or UVCIPP trenchless repair method. For CBD Unit 6, this includes the repair of approximately 1,008 linear feet of 45-inch and 2,068 linear feet of existing 49-inch circular double brick lined sewer, along with 521 linear feet of existing 49-inch circular double brick lined sewer, coated with approximately 1 inch of EcoCast geopolymer using the same UVCIPP lining method. And looking at the figure on page 2 of the report, CBD Unit 6 starts on the west end of the alignment at the intersection of Van Ness Avenue and Exposition Boulevard, and we continue upstream in the eastward direction along Exposition Boulevard to the termination point on Danker Avenue. From this same point, we transition into the CBD Unit 5 sewer alignment, which continues also upstream eastward on Exposition Boulevard and ends on Wisconsin Street. The project is located in public right-of-way and runs parallel to the LA Metro E line. All stakeholders, including LA Metro and Council District 8, have been briefed on this project, and there are no objections to proceeding with construction. And the project was also reviewed for environmental considerations. It was determined to be categorically exempt pursuant to the provisions of the California Environmental Quality Act of 1970 under Article 3 of the City CEQA guidelines. So these two CBD units were advertised under one contract on April 23, 2025. Two bids were received on June 4, 2025. The lowest bid came from Spinello Infrastructure West in the amount of $24,456,736. This is 1.46% below the city engineer's estimate of $24,817,910. The Bureau of Contract Administration verified that Spinello is a certified local business enterprise for this project. And the project was advertised with anticipated participation levels of 4% MBE, 2% WBE, 25% SBE, 8% EBE, and 3% DVBE, with mandatory business inclusion program documentation requirements. The Office of Contract Compliance reviewed the bid documents submitted by Spinello and reported that the contractor pledged participation levels of 7.55% MBE, 0.45% WBE, 9.15% SBE, 2.60% EBE, 0% DVBE, 0% LGBTBE, and 9.86% OBE, and complied with the BIP outreach requirements of the bid. The project was advertised with mandatory subcontracting minimum requirement of 20%. The contractor has complied by pledging a subcontractor participation level of 20.32%. The project also incorporates a project labor agreement. The total funding for the project will be budgeted within the Sewer Construction Maintenance Fund, and it's not to exceed $28,252,100,000. This is including contingency. The individual approved budgets for CBD Units 5 and 6 amount to $13,474,000 and $14,778,000 respectively. So in view of the findings presented in this report, BOE staff recommends the following to the Board of Public Works as documented on page 1 of the report. This is 1, to declare Spinello Infrastructure West Incorporated to be the lowest responsible bidder and award Spinello a contract for the CBD Sewer Rehabilitation, Unit 5, Wisconsin Street to Danker Avenue, and the CBD Sewer Rehabilitation, Unit 6, Danker Avenue to Van Ness Avenue project for $24,456,736. And authorize the president or 2 members of the board to execute the contract after approval as to form has been obtained from the city attorney. This does conclude my briefing. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. Commissioner Cardenas.
Yes, thank you for that. Just a question on what types of savings are we realizing because we're doing trenchless as opposed to opening a trench, and so what kind of cost savings are we experiencing, and also time saving are we experiencing from doing the trenchless construction? I'm really interested in that.
Yes, so for this project specifically, the neighborhood we're looking at is semi-commercial / residential on Exposition Boulevard. We have the Metro, but there's a lot of residential single-family homes and multi-family homes on that street. Fully trenching the alignment would result in additional cost just from the trenching itself, but also substantial community impact as well. You'd have much more limited access to residence driveways as opposed to having strategic localized access pits, which do complete the same goal that we're trying to achieve, which is to rehabilitate the sewer at the end of the day. The trenchless method does give us a sewer life of 50 years. So that's the renewed sewer that we'd be looking at. Along with the full trenching, it is a large pipe as well. I was mentioning pipe size is 45 inches to 49 inches. So these are going to be pretty substantial trenches, and for, I believe, over a mile of pipe that we're looking at. So we would possibly see a lot of cost savings with selecting the trenchless method.
So I guess my question was, this one's costing 24 million. Would it have cost 35 million, 40 million to do it the other way? Any idea what the potential cost savings for the city is?
We did evaluate the methods to that level of detail in the pre-design phase of this project. I can definitely get back to you with the specific cost that we identified at that time. I think we may see a bit of inflation from that time. It was a few years ago, but I can definitely share that with you. It's definitely going to be over 30 to 40 million, I would say, along with the impacts it would cause to the community.
Just want to know, for the folks that are listening online, that we're doing our best to save the city money and utilize this new technology. So that would be helpful.
Okay, I will definitely share that with you. And another effort that we did put forth for this project was to combine the two projects into one contract. That will definitely we'll see some cost savings for mobilization. You're going to have one contractor for both.
Correct.
You're not going to have two separate contractors trying to spend a few months just getting on the same page at that adjoining point between CBD units 5 and 6. But as far as the cost savings, I'll definitely share that with you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments related to item number 5? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
Second.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by Commissioner Cardenas.
Great. We'll take the roll call starting with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. And Commissioner Cardenas.
Aye.
Great. All ayes. The item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does that conclude our desk for today?
Yes, President King, that is the end of our agenda items.
All right, our next meeting will be on Friday, October 3rd, 2025. We don't have any meeting this Wednesday in observance of Yom Kippur. And immediately after this regular meeting, we'll be holding our management meeting as well. The time is now 10:54 a.m.